Where are the Miley Cyrus fans? What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name is Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. We have Miley Cyrus Dream as One from Avatar Fire and Ash official video. The movie, I think, will be out here in about a week where I live in Colombia. I don't know if it's already out in the United States, but I'm sure I'm gonna go watch it. Okay, I was not expecting her to be featured in the movie. Let me know in the comments who else is gonna be, what other musician is gonna have music for this movie. But yeah, I have reacted to Miley several times in the past. Let me see here. What was the most recent one? It's been 2 months. Okay, I thought it was way longer. When you're doing reactions on YouTube and you're watching so many videos daily, I think weeks seem like months and months seem like years, and then of course years seem like lifetimes. All right, she had that collaboration, Pharrell Williams. What was the other one with Lindsey Buckingham, who I've actually reacted to by themselves. Oh, and Mick Fleetwood. Mick Fleetwood. That was kind of a tongue twister there. Naomi Campbell, that was the model. All right. I'm done. Let's go back to the video here. So I will watch this, give you guys my honest opinion at the end, and that will be the video. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's go.
Our love will never fade away. We're diamonds in the dark. I put my head against your chest and listen to your heart, 'cause you are my home. No matter where I go, never alone, 'cause somehow I always know. Even through the flames, even through the ashes in the sky,
I hear that again.
Know. Even through the flames, even through the ashes in the sky, baby, when we dream as one. Every time I breathe, it's a song to keep this love alive. I know when we dream as one. I know when we dream as one. So beautiful when we're together, like feathers on a wing. Riding right beside me, we're two arrows in the wind. 'Cause you are my home, no matter where I go, never alone. I've never been afraid to let you know that. Even through the flames, even through the ashes in the sky, baby, when we dream as one. Every time I breathe, it's a song to keep this love alive. I know when we dream as one. Even through the flames, even through the ashes in the sky, baby, when we dream as one. Every time
Avatar Fire and Ash. Does it say when it's out? PG-13. No, I guess it varies by country. Okay, all right. I want to give you guys my opinion here. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. So, Miley Cyrus is a musician that I respect. I see her talent, her voice, her attributes. However, personally, I don't classify her as like one of my favorite singers or musicians, and that's fine. That's it's a point that I maybe want to make clear as I start the what I'm about to say here, because that could be the case. I know most people watching, you're probably like huge Miley Cyrus fans, and she might be your favorite artist, favorite singer of all time. It could be. That's fair. That's completely acceptable. Just in my case, there's something like fuzzy about her voice when she sings this type of music, which is more of a ballad. It's meant to have carry this emotion, the power behind a special scene in the movie. So it's like this big deal kind of thing, but it's we know that it's emotional. It's for the movie. And by the way, we have the wide shot here as if we were watching this in a movie theater. Beautiful visuals from the movie. Avatar has to be, one of the most visually beautiful masterpieces that the cinema has ever known. I mean, it was just incredible. The first one came out 2009, and that was revolutionary. I still think like the animation style hasn't improved that much since 2009, which is 16 years. And that's kind of mind-blowing, right? That in that year they put out something that it's hard to beat so many years later. But yeah, anyway, I have to point out that it's just extraordinary. The depth, the colors, the world that they create on here, it's fantastical, it's whimsical, it's better than anything you could ever imagine. So James Cameron, the director, he is a wizard. All right, now to the song. Miley Cyrus has been famous since she was young. I remember watching Hannah Montana. I will admit it. I was one of those people. I mean, who wasn't? Every teenager back in the day would watch. It was Hannah Montana was on. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Drake and Josh, the classics. And she had this voice. I remember it so distinctly because she has this particular like southern, I would say, nasally kind of like kind of voice. I don't know if I'm imitating. I'm not trying to imitate. I'm just giving you an idea of like what I hear in my head. But it's not a voice that I would necessarily translate to this type of music. When she was putting out country songs, I could see it fit with that style more. That was a long time ago. I don't think she has gone back to country since. But yeah, just from what I remember, I was like, okay, all right, I can see it. And then she did Wrecking Ball, and even that one being like I guess a mainstream pop song, I was like, okay. Her voice sounded a little different in that one for some reason. It was like more, less of her accent, I guess, her natural voice. She has a nice vibrato, right? We heard it here throughout the songs because since this is a ballad, I would say, it carries some long sustained notes that are kind of fading into the distance and give you that feeling of like ambience and like something powerful has been said, and it just continues on. Yeah, I mean, I think that's my commentary. I don't know if you guys are like are okay with what I'm saying here. Again, I respect her. I respect the artistry, but I just think, for me personally, my personal taste that is only for me, um, I I don't. Maybe it's gonna take some time for me to get accustomed to her voice. It's one that you need, more time to get used to and to warm up to. But it's like, I'm thinking of this song, and I enjoy the lyrics and how it's about coming together through fire, ash, whatever happens, through the end of the world, we will be together. That type of thing. Okay, and I'm picturing the vocals with like a different person singing, and I really don't mean that to sound like offensive, or like I'm hating on her. Not at all, but it's what came to me. For example, I could picture Linda Ronstadt singing this song. It's somebody who I've reacted to many times in my other channel called George the Cloud Classics. She was huge, 70s, 80s, even 90s, an incredible singer. I could picture her singing this because she kind of did that a lot with some of the Disney movies that were coming out in the 90s. And even a recent singer called Lucy Thomas, who I've also reacted to before. I could picture her voice here, and I would be probably more comfortable with it because it has more clarity. Maybe that's what I'm lacking from Miley. That to me, there's too much of like an, it's not even an accent. It's just like her own voice. It's like this thing that she, how her voice sounds, which is cool because this is something positive that I want to say. You always want to stand out. You want to be particular with your own voice. Be recognizable, right? Not be fitting in like the others. However, for a song like this one, where I feel like it's meant to be universal, and it's like a voice from above, like of reason, then typically they have a more, let's say, classical, generic singing voice that fits that theme. And it sounds, think about Disney and all the Disney singers that you hear. They kind of, start to mesh in your head, and they sound alike. But it works for what they're doing, for theater, for movies, for scenes like this one. But to me, it creates a little bit of a distraction, because I'm thinking of like the shots in the movie, and I'm gonna think about it when I go watch the movie. It's like, okay, I'm very, very deep into whatever's going on here, but then I'm thinking of her voice. It's like, oh, then I'm hearing Miley Cyrus singing here, and it's gonna be a bit of a distraction. But anyway, that's what I think. Let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree. We can have a conversation. But regardless, I will still continue to react to Miley. If you have suggestions, I am here for them. Please subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.